Welcome to Biology Advanced question paper. Every time we are having same instructions. So first go through our channel, that is Savarkar IAS Study Circle. I'm revising. Our YouTube channel is there, having name as Savarkar IAS Study Circle, where you will get all these question papers. So first solve this question paper and then observe this analysis. Then it is useful. Now let us start. Same pattern. First I am reading out the question and then I will answer. No doubt with my knowledge I am giving answer, but if you have anything extra or say current knowledge, then please don't hesitate to comment in this comment box. We are starting. Which statement is true? Now, BT cotton is modified variety of cotton. Which statement is true regarding this variety? BT stands for biotechnology. It contains a natural pesticide obtained from gene of Bacillus thuringiensis. BT stands for British technology here. And option D, you may check here, none of the student is true. So this is, we can say, over smartness of our that spell checker or whatever autocorrect is there. It is actually, you are aware, you are very, very clever that none of the statement is true. That is the right answer here. That is the right answer means this is the corrected form. So none of the statement is true. Let us check one by one. BT stands for biotechnology. If you believe strongly that full form of ATM is any time money, then this statement is also right. Otherwise it is wrong. So reality, it can be. It sounds like BT stands for biotechnology, but no. It contains, second option is right. It contains natural pesticide obtained from the gene of Bacillus thuringiensis. This is the right. So BT stands for that Bacillus. Bacillus means rod-shaped bacteria. So Bacillus and name is thuringiensis. So this is right. Then obvious C option is also wrong and D is also wrong. So answer right is B, because only one option is true here. Next, consider the following statements. Silk obtained from mulberry leaves. Mulberry leaves fed silkworm is called as kosa silk. Silk obtained from Arjun leaves fed silkworm is called as tussar silk. Now we have to consider the statement. Option A both true, option B both false, option C first is true and second is false, and option D first is false and second is true. Now let us check one by one. Silk obtained from mulberry leaves, that if fed to silkworm, then the silk obtained, that is called as pure silk. Okay, so first statement is false. Now second, silk obtained from Arjun leaves fed silkworm, that is called as kosa silk, tussar silk, or even it is called as wild silk. So all these things are true. So here silk obtained from Arjun leaves fed silkworm, that is called as tussar silk. So this is right option. So first is true but first is false but second is true. That means option D. Consider following statements. Ammonium phosphate is an example of double fertilizer. Second statement, NPK 15-15-15 indicates the percentage of nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium in the fertilizer. Option A both true, option B both false, option C first true, second false, and option D first false, second true. Now we are discussing first thing, ammonium phosphate is an example of double fertilizer. Answer is true. Double fertilizer means what? It provides both things. So first part is also providing something, second part is. So ammonium phosphate, that will give ammonia, that means nitrogen, and phosphate will give phosphate group that is required for plant, and so the first statement is true. Second, NPK, that's for nitrogen, potassium, nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium. 15, 15, 15, meaning is that percentage of nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium. But if you make total, you will find it is just 45. Then what about else? The thing is that they are in form of compounds. So negative components, say for example, if I am talking about phosphate, but it is ammonium phosphate or something like that. So like that it is tolerated. So here both statements are true and therefore option is A. Fourth question, consider the following statements. In angiography, X-ray technology is also used. Second, angiography is a diagnostic test to locate and study blockages in the blood vessels. Options are same, both true, both false, first true, second false, first false, second true. Now, angiography, they are inserting out some dye which is opaque to X-ray, and then they are able to take multiple images of that X-ray and able to determine where blockages are there. So first statement is obvious true. Second, that is a diagnostic tool. Now this is doubtful statement, but if you are talking of only angiography, then it is a diagnostic tool. When we are opening out that blockages, that technique is called as angioplasty, and therefore angiography is a diagnostic test to locate and study blockages. Yeah, so this is also true statement. So option both true. Fifth question, consider the following statements. Tissue culture is used to prepare saplings. Second statement, coconut milk is one of the substance can be used in tissue culture. Options are same, both true, both false, one true, two false, and one false, second true. Tissue culture that is used to prepare saplings. Small plants, they are produced. What is the peculiarity of tissue culture? Whatever is the parent, that same to same quality trees are produced. Suppose you are aware, many people are not aware of this thing. In case of date plant, that is khajur. So when we are talking of date plant, many people are saying that date plants require many years, rather 30 plus years required, so that fruit can be obtained from that. The reality is that in case of date, male plant is separate and female plant is separate. If you are planting male plant, then obviously you will not get dates. That's why we require female plant. So that can be obtained by tissue culture. In case of bananas, I want one quality of banana. Then obvious thing is that I have to use similar, so that can be obtained from tissue culture process. So first statement is true. Second, coconut milk is one of the substance that is used in tissue culture. Answer is yes. Actually, coconut, whatever we are consuming out inner part of coconut, that is called as endosperm tissue. That is there to feed entire embryo of coconut, and therefore that can be used for tissue culture. So both statements are true. Sixth question, identify the dietary supplement from the following statements. 1. Contains more than 50% protein. You are aware that more than 50% protein is very difficult. Second, it contains gamma linolenic acid, that is called as GLA. Third, it contains chlorophyll. And fourth, it is obtained from bacteria. Option A, spirulina. Option B, shatavari. Option C, lactobacillus. And option D, lichen. So out of that, spirulina is right answer. it contains more than 50% protein. If good fed spirulina is there, if you are culturing very nicely, then protein content may rise up to 70% also. It contains good source of vitamin A. It is having gamma linolenic acid, which is very rare. And like that, substances are present in that spirulina. Good quality of iron also there. And therefore, it is considered as best food, or rather they are considering as best dietary supplement, because you can't eat it. You have to take maximum dose of 30 gram per day, not more than 30 gram. It is recommended, but rarely people are taking 30 gram or more. It is usually taken in form of 500 milligram or 1 gram. That is also much more sufficient. But keep in mind, don't consume this without consulting with your physician or doctor. So here option is A, right answer. 7th, how many statements are true? Chlorophyll contains nitrogen atoms. 2nd, chlorophyll contains magnesium atom. 3rd, euglena is belonging to unicellular organism, contains chlorophyll. 4th, chlorophyll predominantly harvests energy from red radiations. And we have to answer how many statements are true. So let us check one by one. Chlorophyll contains nitrogen atom. Now chlorophyll is protein. You are aware, in case of any protein, when I am saying protein, it must have CHO and N. This is mandatory, because you are aware protein that is obtained, that is a amino acid product. So as amino group is there, nitrogen is there, acid is there, that means oxygen must be there, hydrogen is predominant and carbon is also required. All these are carbon compound. So when we are talking of protein, minimum requirement is CHO and N. Apart from that, other elements also may be there on requirement. So chlorophyll is a protein, therefore it contains nitrogen atom, right? Chlorophyll contains magnesium atom, yeah. Central atom in case of chlorophyll molecule is magnesium. So it is called as organometallic compound. And if you are aware that in case of plants also, when we are supplying artificial, or say rather we say fertilizers, at that time Epsom salt is required. Epsom salt means magnesium sulfate. So it is added in traces. Otherwise, you are aware that natural compost, if it is obtained from cow urine or say cow dung, then nitrogen is already, magnesium is already present. So this contains magnesium atom, true. Euglena. Euglena is actually categorized in protozoa and later on in protista. So that is in 5 kingdom system we are calling them in protista, and 2 kingdom classification we call it under protozoa. So this contains chloroplast and they are carrying out photosynthesis. So euglena and chlorella, both names you can keep in mind. Now this statement is also true, means till here 3 statements are true. 4th statement, chlorophyll predominantly harvests energy from red radiations. Now as chlorophyll is having green color, you are aware of counter color physics. So chlorophyll is absorbing green color, looking like green. Variety of shades are there, but predominant shade is green, and therefore counter color of green is red. So chlorophyll works in red color region, that is the lowest energy of light. But there are other pigments also, and these pigments harvest energy from other radiations, and it's submitted to main chlorophyll. So that's why we use word here predominantly harvest, not harvest only. Okay, so 4th statement is also right. So option is D. 8th question, hormone that controls water in human body is, that means only one answer, ADH, TSH, GH and adrenaline. So here answer is ADH, that is antidiuretary hormone, which is secreted by pituitary gland on order of hypothalamus. TSH, that is thyroid stimulating hormone, GH, that is growth hormone, and adrenaline, that is secreted by adrenal, or that is also called as suprarenal gland. Ninth question, islets of Langerhans are producing adrenaline, insulin, thyroxine, tyline. So here you are aware, islets of Langerhans, they are present in that is called as pancreas. In pancreas, these parts are present and they are producing out insulin, secreting out insulin, which is we are saying hormone. Now adrenaline is secreted, just now I discussed, adrenaline is secreted by adrenal gland or suprarenal gland, that is present on kidney. Thyroxine is secreted by thyroid gland, and this here. Tyline is secreted by here, that is also called as amylase. Say spelling you may read out P, but P is silent. Why, I don't know. So here and here the glands are there, that is salivary glands. And through this salivary gland, tyline is secreted, that is also called as salivary amylase. So correct answer is B, insulin. 10th question, how many statements are true? Monocots are having parallel venation. Mango tree is an example of monocots. Balanoglosses is belonging to dicot. Taproot system is the characteristic of dicot. Let us check one by one. Monocots are having parallel venation. True. Venation means vein pattern. So if you are observing monocot leaf, for example, rice, wheat, even grass blade, or even you can check out sugarcane blade, that all monocot. So there is no midrib and adjoining veins are there. Veins are running parallel. Mango tree is example of monocot. No, mango tree is dicot. If you are able to rupture out that seed, hard seed inside that, you can check out, that is also able to break if you are holding it vertically and breaking. And inside component is there, that is also able to form two seeds or two part of that seed. And therefore, and other thing, they are having not adventitious root system, they are having tap root system and all that. So mango tree is example of monocot. Answer is no, false. Balanoglosses is not at all plant. It is animal belonging to phylum Hemichordata. So it is looking like fish, aquatic animal. So this statement is also wrong because it is mentioned that Balanoglosses is belonging to dicot. False. Last, taproot system is the characteristic of dicot. Answer is yes, true. In case of dicot plant, taproot system is there. And so here true statements, there are only 1 and 4. So answer is B. Two statements are there, true.